Let's talk about the fallout from quarter century Bonanza. Make sure you guys smash the link right out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. We have had, well, an onslaught of craziness with this set. As you guys saw yesterday on Market Watch when the set first list, and then when you saw this morning, looking at the cannibalism of the nostalgia pool. Now, I tried to tell everybody out here that when you're looking at a pool of 200 cards, doubling to 400, and then, you know, you're now fighting with this to try to pull the one of quarter century that you need, and you're only getting 24 of these cards per box. And, you know, I think it was an average. I swear I saw 5, 6, and 7 quarter century boxes yesterday being pulled. So now you're telling me that I guess on average it's 6 quarter centuries a box. I tried to do this math with everybody, and a few people, I guess, weren't really coming to the same conclusion I was. $5 quarter century cards are insane to look at out here when you look at the expected value of this product. You know, if you're looking at, I can't even begin to do the math anymore. If you're looking at $1,000 per case, from what I saw people selling them for, to like $1,400 and other places, you've really got to think about it for a second here. If I'm opening up a full $1,000 case, and I might not even pull one of these cards that I need in quarter century, and you're looking at a card being $5 from that pool, something doesn't add up here for a second. And that thing not adding up is $5 for some of this stuff was insane. And I'm going to continue to say that. We don't have any pull ratio data outside of the box openings that we saw, which is going to lead into a lot of, all right, well, the average amount of this being pulled is this. You have, obviously, probably a split on your nostalgia pool and your regular quarter centuries. I can't imagine, you know, you being able, maybe you can get 2-4, you know. I definitely don't think it's going to be 1-5 for the pool of pulling quarter centuries out of the nostalgia pool, but I've been on record, and I'm going to continue to say this out here. If you're looking at this quarter century pool out here, and you're like, $5! Oh, the card's going to be $1. I think reality has not hit a lot of people yet out here looking at these prices versus availability and running the numbers on this set. But hey, you can call me a crazy, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I did read some comments from a few people out here that were like, nobody's gonna touch this set, not even the nostalgia pool. And looking at how much of this set has been cannibalized, I can 150% say that people underestimate the Edison community. People underestimate, you guys know that a lot of these people have blinged out decks for Edison, right? They spent money on the $500 kayaks that you've seen. Yeah, you've seen those $300, $400 dust shoots. These players want upgrades. These players want to spend money for the format that they love. All right, and that's what this pool was catered towards. Now, catering towards that pool and creating value. So this is an interesting discussion. Konami has been taking value from the secondary market, which is good. They've been slashing things. But then I have to deal with people going, oh my God, Konami's killing my collection. I honestly wholeheartedly look at this quarter century pool of 200 cards, and the only thing I'm seeing here is Konami just created a bunch of money cards. I think Konami went and said, hey, there's going to be things in this nostalgia pool that you're all going to underestimate. All right, now once again, I mean, Konami's not creating they're not setting the secondary market prices for this. And the other big thing that you got to factor in here in the quarter century pool is, dare I say, the short prints. And I've said this before, I'm going to continue to say this. We do not know if there are short prints, guys. This is a side set. Konami can short print the ever-living crap out of things. All right? When you're looking at pre-sales right now, all those $5 cards, I think, were pretty good investments. Ancient Gear Golem for $5. $5 quarter century ancient gear golems, by the way. I don't see how that one's not going to go up. Destiny draws at $5. That's nuts. I was looking at Caius a little bit, and I was like, 60 for that. I did say that when we went through the eBay listings very early on, and we saw that. Now, looking at the not nostalgia pulls, we shift away from the 200 cards to the core 78. Now, the major things in the core 78 are what? Shizuku, you've got Dragon Maid Alt Art, Hospitality, Juggernaut Lieb. I can't believe I get to say Juggernaut Lieb is that, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you out here. SP and Thrust are your selling points on this set for the 78 cards. Konami said, hey, average duelist, you want cheap alternative cards, you want Thrust, you want SP, you can get these cards. I think SP was $10 to $12. Thrust, I think, was what? Same thing, $10 to $14. I remember I saw some $14 listings on Kongs for that. Remember, discount code MCO40 on both Kongs and Gamer's Choice will save you on your purchase. There's no denying the fact that SP being cheaper is good. Also, the Diabell Star stuff, really, really, really good. All right, even though you can make the argument that with the tins, that those should have already been cheap. Yeah, I know. Konami inflated the tins the way that they did to try to make the cards still be worth something. That way that they could sell Bonanza. But Bonanza was already going to sell because of what we were looking at. The nostalgia pool just does it in and in itself. Which is insane to think about out here. Other than, Bonfire, SP, Diabell Star, Promethean Princess, the meta staples and like some of the alt arts, and Clockwork Knight, I don't really, looking at the core 78, they're kind of meh, actually. There's a lot of things that could have been a little bit better. I mean, Protoss is good, for sure. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. Stuff looks really, really good in there. But I don't know. I think the core 78, looking at a lot of those quarter centuries being $10 and a lot of them not moving was kind of interesting in my opinion. You would think that with some of the choices they had, but I guess people were just too busy with the nostalgia pool to want to throw money at that, or they just don't believe in the modern era prints and they would rather just go for the nostalgia pool. Once again, the nostalgia pool is this set. I'm telling you, and SP and Promethean and, the current reprint stuff of that's fantastic. My final warning to you here as we wrap this up. This has been a hell of a ride to watch with this set. I'm going to continue to monitor this as much as I can, but I'm going to tell you this one more time. If you're looking at this nostalgia pool of things and you honestly think long term that these cards are going to get another reprint in the same fashion, I highly doubt it. Looking at things like Dimension Fusion, Return, Heavy, Churnade, I don't foresee these cards getting higher rarity upgrades for a very long time. Konami's pulling out the full strings for the 25th. At this point, I highly doubt we're going to see anything else really crazy come out of this. So treasure those cards if you do get them. I think long term, you're going to have a lot of people who, wow, why did this card go up? Look at Mavens with the Pharaoh's Rares, for example, and how many of those cards have been bought out off of the market, and they were in similar fashions in, extremely hard situations to pull out here. We're going to have to wait and see how the market adjusts to this, but from what I'm seeing right now, this is all just bad news bears, and people are they're sleeping on this. So, call me some crazy crackpot that doesn't know what he's talking about, but we'll see come release once we get some actual ratios, hopefully, down to see if there are short prints, and then we can go from there. This is a side set. I once again want to remind everybody of that. If you're expecting everything to be even daisies, it is 150% not going to happen, because that is not how Konami works. Konami likes money. Konami wants you to spend money, and the more sought after cards are probably going to be a pain in the butt to pull. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right?
Patrons!
Thank you. Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.